Hello, I am Randy, and I am a student here at Independence University going for my bachelor's degree in graphic arts. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Do you know what it is? Have you heard about it? Well, today I'm going to tell you why Bigfoot is not real and why you shouldn't believe it either. Because there's just eyewitness accounts, there's no DNA, and there are just stories. I've done research and found some interesting articles and essays all stating the same information about Bigfoot. The most common information that I have read is the description and the lack of real DNA and supporting evidence to prove its existence, which brings me to my first point, which is one of the most frequent examples of proof is eyewitness accounts. We all know our eyes can play tricks on us in certain environments. Our state of minds can lead us to see things and hear things that aren't there. This type of evidence is not supported by science. Throughout history and the world, there have been many reports of people seeing Bigfoot, and the science cannot back up their stories. A number of Native American tribes, including mine, have stories about Bigfoot, and it is embedded into our culture and our way of life. Other places around the world have stories of Bigfoot, and none of them have been proven. All these stories are based on similar descriptions of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is considered a cryptoid, which is an animal that has yet to be discovered by science. They describe the animal as tall, hairy, red eyes, long arms, of course the big feet, very unpleasant smell like rotting meat and skunk. As time progressed and technology improved, DNA has been found very useful in discovering animals, and none has been turned in to prove Bigfoot is real. Which brings me to my second point. Bigfoot has no solid DNA evidence to prove its existence. The only evidence we do have is footprints and the stories. Hair is something that contains DNA, including bones, but none have been found. There was a study done by Oxford University back in 2012, which the researchers called for all the hair samples and bones that were presumed to be Bigfoot to be turned in and analyzed. What they concluded was the DNA that was extracted from these samples came from bears, wolves, raccoons, porcupines, deers, sheep, humans, cows, just common animals, but none of them caught their attention. My third point is stories. I have lived in the Pacific Northwest all my life, and I have heard many stories and told many stories, which I have heard. Most of these stories, in my opinion, were told to instill fear of doing certain activities. For example, I was told not to go outside at night because Bigfoot will and does take children. Don't whistle at night. Don't step in Bigfoot's tracks if you find any. Don't look out the window. All these activities were directed at doing stuff at night. And I've been outside multiple times in the past and even now, and I have not seen anything. And where I live is close to mountains where the so-called Bigfoot lives, and I haven't seen anything or heard anything. I must admit, though, I did hear noises and seen shadows, but nothing made me believe it was Bigfoot. I know fear can toy with us and make us think the impossible. In my opinion, and many of the scientific community, there is no such thing as Bigfoot. I feel believing in Bigfoot is the same thing as believing in unicorns. They're just fantasy creatures. Therefore, Bigfoot is not real, and that's why I personally don't believe it, and that's why you shouldn't believe it either. Until science proves Bigfoot is real, I will remain an unbeliever. But I do believe Bigfoot is not real, because eyewitness accounts are unreliable, the lack of DNA, and stories are just stories. If you choose to believe in Bigfoot, that's your choice. By doing so, you're going to live in fear of the night and of the forest. If you do not believe, it's no loss. It's simply a story that you can tell to scare people. Thank you for listening.